They'll be calling you a radical. Kevin Blanch, I'm here in Monterey. I'll be here all day. Now, from what I understand, I can walk along the bay on the trail at least 15 miles, but this is a very important ecology here. I mean, incredible place. And I can't overstate this, how much great work has been done on Monterey Bay, not in preservation of Cannery Row. That's a disgrace down there. I mean, it's cultural theme park. I mean, you can go anywhere in America, up and down Coast Colorado. It's the same thing over and over. You can go to Cannery Row, San Francisco, San Diego, all of it, all of it. These towns, they're the same thing. Condos, little freaking restaurants. I mean, there's nothing authentic. There's nothing cultural, appealing. There's nothing historical. It's disgusting, actually. The aquarium's cool, but I want to talk a little bit of what I've seen so far. It's important that, I mean, the credit to the state of California really needs to be, they've taken Monterey Bay back. They've tried. I mean, it's incredible the work they've done. There's been dogs kicked off beaches by hundreds of shorelines miles. They've reclaimed so much of the coast. I mean, they're doing a lot of great work. I mean, what's the work that's been done by these great old school flying. I had an incredible conversation yesterday with two old marine biologist professors. They're amazing. They're very old volunteers down there. Both, she says it, my daughter and son. My daughter's a professor, marine biologist. My son's a chemist at major California university. She says they don't care about the ecology. This is their own mom and dad. They're not passionate about it. They don't care like we are. And I says, yeah, they're there for the money. They don't do anything. They're not passionate. I says, I was a professor. I wasn't one of those. I'm old school PhD. This is what old school PhDs should do. Go out and make their PhD, earn their PhD, lead their flock, create passion in their students. Not anymore. They're there for the money. They sit around and talk about where they're going to go on their next, trip. And their club, they don't teach. They're worthless. And by the way, if you're a young wolf, stay out of the major universities. I'm here to tell you. I'm involved with them. Stay out of them. They're worthless. You're going to just go in debt. Go to your community college where you're going to find even better professors there. If I go back teaching, I won't go to one. I don't think I'll ever go to a major university. They disgust me. But I want to talk about, this incredible bay, this amazing ecosystem. What I've seen so far, and I've walked literally hundreds of miles. I mean, even the distances do no distance. I can't believe the distances I've traveled, because I'm up and down in canyons, up and down in trails, Here's what I've seen so far from PISMO. Of course, PISMO is an absolute disaster. I mean, it's because everybody shows up drunk. It's like right here. I mean, that's what I love about California in the early mornings. I can get up and you have it all to yourself, and you can hear the birds, and you can get in touch with the environment because everybody's drunk in bed, especially on the weekends. So what I've seen so far, of course, the sea lions is heartbreaking. I think it's major. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he says, well, the sardines and anchovies rotate in cycles. Oh, so you're saying there's anchovies when there's not sardines and sardines? I says, you're full of shit. One, the sea lions are starving to death. It's unarguable, well documented. So all the sea lion, very, very real, very real. I mean, all of them. All the pups dead. All the freaking mamas, dead. Starving to death, okay? Second, the big pines. I cannot overstate how many big, majestic, very, very old pines. The ponderosas, all of them. So many of them. Dead. And it's been confirmed. It's not beetle. And I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't know where you went off this old beetle thing. No, it's been confirmed by California, by many people I've talked to, of the state rangers. They know it's not beetles. Some of these big majestics out in Big Sur died. They core drilled them. They're not beetles. They're saying it's radiation. Now look, a pine needle, why do they stay green all year? They can radiate. They hold the freaking radiation. They hold the sun. They hold the energy. That's why they're the canary in the coal mine to the ecology. They really are. They're dying from radiation. Now, so I found out this yesterday, and this is really startling. Of course, I thought the gray whales were doing well because the rangers up and down town, because all they do is drive back and forth up in their truck. They get on the beach and pick up, by the way, they're picking up lots and lots of debris from Fukushima along the coast over the, he said, especially last fall. You know, and they pick it up, just like the dead sea lions. They come in, boy, they gather them up right now. They don't want to tourists seeing dead sea lions. So, they said, I found this out yesterday, you know, they travel, their breeding grounds, they give birth down there in the, their birthing places in Mexico, the warm waters. They're seeing little young rays right here in Monterey Bay, well, right down from Monterey Bay. Because their theory is this, that they're having to go further north because of the ice to get into their areas, so they're way further north, so they only travel X amount of distance. They're giving it, I don't know if that theory is true, but babies being born in Monterey, who else? Do you know how many miles difference that is so wrong? The ecology? Are those little guys going to grow? Are those little guys going to freaking even live? I guess we're going to find out. So, what a change to the ecology. So, that's not good. Of course, the elephant seals, I think they're doing good. Now, we're going off volunteers. These guys, these overgrown baby boomers that show up and they're old and they volunteer and they just stand there all day. How would they know? And that's what the data, because the California marine biologists at the universities, that's who we rely on, they won't work. They refuse to do any work. They refuse to work. I think that all California marine biologists at major universities should do the honorable thing and commit hara-kiri now. Kill yourself now, honestly, honestly. I mean, you guys have betrayed the populace, you have betrayed the trust, you have betrayed your university, you have betrayed yourself, you betrayed the students, you have betrayed the ecology, you have betrayed all of mankind, and as far as I'm concerned, when you die, your soul will be sucked into a black hole for time and all eternity, and I really, truly believe that. So, sea lions dead, very few seals. Now, I saw one dead seal yesterday in Monterey, and I saw just a couple, but not usually how Monterey Bay is just chock full of seals. Now, I'm going to check it out again today. I saw quite a few otters. The big, massive, incredible, the most beautiful pelicans on the face of the earth are here. Oh, they're grand creatures. A few of those. The shorebirds along the way, very sparse. And I cannot overstate this. How many people, random conversations, dozens. You know, how many have come up to me and, you know, we're talking about leukemia. You know, that's what this walk is, the cause of leukemia walk. I'm paying tribute to everyone who's passed in front of me. You know, I don't want to talk about the cure anymore. I want to talk about these monsters that did this to us. My father died of AML in 2012. My sister died of AML in 2012. My brother died of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2012. I cannot believe it. It blows my mind. Now, we know Fukushima hammered over us, and you people can go in denial all you want, but okay, who are you, Madame Curie? Oh, radiation doesn't kill you. That's what she said. You know, you could freaking go in denial all the way to your own death, you know? It's as plain as the nose on your face. Now, what has killed the big pines? What has killed the anchovies? What has killed the sardines? What has killed the sea lions? This is what I think killed it all. You can laugh at that all you want. Fuktonium, I've called it. Now, let's talk about the 3 major meltdowns in Fukushima, Japan. Yesterday, we're talking, what's today? Day 14. I believe today is 1471. Now, the very first day of Fukushima, I went crazy and said, they're going to lie, they're going to lie, they're going to lie, and then 3 or 4 years later, you'll hear them come out and say, I said this from day one, and I cannot overstate this. These so-called experts, the Helen Caldecotts, the Chris Busbys, the Arnie Gundershills, all of them, they all argued with me. In the early days, my videos, 10, 20, 30,000 views, easily, more than that, because they were mirror imaged everywhere. Everybody that was anybody was coming around, sniffing around and arguing with me. They all argued with me. I stood on an island all by myself for months and months and months and months and said, these are full core meltdowns. Multiple ones. I said that from the day it happened, and I said it every day there be. In a perfect way. I look back on it, oh no, radical over top, oh no. You cannot be too radical and over the top on Fukushima. So they're coming out and admitting, number one, yes, it melted all the way through the core. Yes, I'm for it. Really? You know, John Goffman, 1090 this. There's been so many people die from Fukushima already. So many. And you just don't even know it. Birth defects. You know, I want to say this to Christina too. This is important. You know, the woman, Donna Young, down there, when she did her gig and it showed up in the LA Times and they talk about the gas and oil boom. I don't believe the gas and oil boom has one thing to do with those infant deaths. Not one thing. I think it has everything to do with Fukushima. I cannot overstate, and I hope this makes it to Donna Young. I cannot overstate this. I've been in the bone marrow transplant at LDS off and on for 3 years. They're #1 in the unit. The Mormon Church does not. Finbo Peterson, that incredible place. The population of southern Utah maybe makes up 10% of the entire population of Utah, maybe. The rest is all northern. The disproportion of people from southern Utah in that hospital is staggering. Half the people in there are always from southern. And a lot of them are marquee athletes. Why? Because they come to Moab to train. We call it the red dust. Now we know as native Utahns, of course Utah's not going to talk tourism economy. Stay out of southern Utah. I'm here to tell you, stay out. Do not move there and do not train. You go biking there, you're insane. I mean, my daughters have heard it, they know. I've always known it. We could talk about downwinders in past tense. Scott Matheson, our governor, was a downwinder down there. Mike Lee told me himself, he grew up down there. His father died very young of leukemia. You know, so many of these people, and they talk in past tense. That's generational arrogance. It's not past tense. Plutonium's half-life is 24,500 years, 350 open-air tests in Nevada. You know, I mean, southern Utah, Barry Antoinette, let them eat yellow cake. His mama. She's a downwinder. Do not kid yourself. Oklahoma and Kansas have gigantic incidents of cancer. Gigantic from the open air. So it's a bioaccumulative. We all have Chernobyl, and you can get a bone marrow biopsy like I've had multiple ones. They can dig into your hip, and they're going to find, they can trace Chernobyl in you. They can trace the Nevada test site. Now, Fukushima. But Fukushima is the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. Pouring into the Pacific Ocean for 40, 70 days. And if you don't think that's heating up the ocean, creating this bubble over the country, the energy that's coming off the ocean, it doesn't matter if they're dumping it in the ocean, the mist rises. I mean, it's all connected. I mean, come on, let's go back to 3rd grade class. I mean, this is an ecosystem. This global, you could be I all you want, but we're all connected now. Fukushima, the jet stream tells me so. We're all connected. So, I'll be here in Monterey for a while, studying the ecology of the Bay. What are we today, the 21st? I put in a lot of miles. Don't trust Google mapping, whatever you do. Do not trust them as far as you're walking your journeys, whatever. I put a lot. Yesterday I probably broke my record on miles, and you think, you just walked from Carmel to, Cannery Row. No. Up and down Cannery Row, all over, inside the aquarium, back and forth, Wow. Amazing place. Monterey Bay is an amazing place. Oh, Steinbeck got it. By the way, if you can't tell yet, I absolutely love John Steinbeck, And so much of my work is literature. And remember this. I mean, I've had trouble loading up. I don't even believe I can get stuff in. Tags, whatever. I mean, what I'm working with and what I'm doing, I can't even believe I've got stuff. So it's rough, it's raw, it's organic, it's unedited. But that's the way it is. We can, you guys can go ahead and put stuff together. I'll work on stuff. The baby epidemic death, Donna, down there in southern Utah, is radiation. Look, it's very simple. It's like the pine tree. The pine tree, the canary, and the coal mine. Because they hold radiation. All radiation. That's how they stay green all year. The needles hold it. It's like the thyroid. Thyroid first, right? Birth defects. Now, I'm a male-female twin. We know by definition. We know factually. And people say this data's not out there. It is out there. We know that male-female twins are a genetic mutation. My father, San Onofre, lit up like a Christmas tree in 1951, the biggest blast, cut his tonsils out, woke up in a hospital in San Diego. His tonsils are in jars at Livermore and Berkeley, and I can prove it. I know it for a fact. This is not some craziness. I mean, look it up. It's all out there. We know it's mutating their children. I would like to say this to Hollywood up there at University of Washington. You say, the Marshallese, the human experiment, is too far from our nose. How can I ask the question at Helen Caldecott supposed to me, and you wouldn't answer it? There's 300,000 children right now getting leukemia and cancer and dying of the atomic veterans, the 40,000 Marines. I'm one of them, you know, and so it's right under our nose. You know, it's hiding in plain sight, all of this. This is very real, the Pacific genocide. Now, will the mighty blue lady fight back? Oh boy, oh yeah. She's a powerful thing, but you know, the death among people and the denial among people, you can go, oh, radiation doesn't kill you. Okay, Madam Curie, you know, the data exists, the atomic veterans data, which I have, which is all over, you can see it, they all died of freaking leukemia. Oh, it doesn't kill you right now. It gives you birth defects right now. It gives you thyroid cancer right now. Thyroid problems, the weight gain, all this. So many people are experiencing it right now, they don't even realize. Fukushima for the first 6 days hammered over North America, hammered India. For 1,465 days, it's hammered into the Pacific Ocean. It rises up. What was Barry Antoinette and Radnet, Gina McCarthy's answer to this? She was head of Radnet. She's head of the EPA now. You know, the nuclear cartel, the nuclear industry runs this world. Do not kid yourself. It is that powerful. And use the taxpayer pay for it. Look it up, Price Anderson, if you don't believe me. Their answer was to raise limits, which we were already 12 times higher. They raised them thousands of times on children. The legal so-called limits are killing you. Tim, my friend up in Oregon, he's been going up and down doing a lot of things in his car stopping. He stopped in one of the towns in Oregon, is a Booker, I believe, on the where they canned the crabs yesterday or the day before, and he talked to them, and all the crabs are mutated, sick, got no weight gain, sicker than sick. I mean, you can go in denial. All this stuff is over, and it's widely reported. Tide pools are dead. I have not seen one starfish, not one clam rise, not mussels rise, nothing. Not even the early growth of them. You know, it's heartbreaking. Whirling disease, my ass. Beetles, my ass. You can just keep out and make another excuse. Crutch, and not Charles. So I'll be here in Monterey. Give me a call. We'll hang around today and get a good look on the bay. Stay tuned.